All right, so here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to modify what we did the last time on the end of that last video. This motor mount, we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. We're just going to come down here in our list and we're going to delete it out. I've got the other parts now that we can put in there. So honestly, that's just going to kind of be in our way. So we're going to get rid of it for now. What we're going to do is this. We do need to upload a couple of parts here to this. So we're going to add in a couple more parts. The parts that we're going to add in, it's on the class website. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to pull over the class website here so you can see that. On the class website here, notice it says download the 3-part files below. You have 2 different hubs and a sprocket to download. So go ahead and go there and download those. You know how to download those. We've done that several times. And I would just save them to the appropriate place on your hard drive, wherever you saved your other files to. I'd save to the hub folder, obviously, for these 2, and the sprocket folder for that one. I did put on there that you needed to unzip them, but honestly, I did already unzip them, so you should not need to do that. So now all you really need to do is to upload them to Fusion once you have them downloaded. So let me scroll back over to this window, and we'll do that. Remember, you're going to click on your little waffle there. I'm going to start with, I'm in the hubs folder already. I have already uploaded mine. But you're going to click on upload. We're going to click on wherever your files are. Here's my little files. I'm going to make it sure and I go to my correct folder here. Let me see if I can get a hold of this. I think it's that one right there, but I can't see it. Let's see. I love when things work with me. All right, there you go. 16-tooth sprocket. That was it. So we're going to take that 16-tooth sprocket. We're going to just pull, drag, and drop it over to here and copy it into there. Obviously, remember, once you do that, I'll do it here again. And we'll go upload. And we're going to upload that 16-tooth sprocket. I'm going to have it twice there now, but that's okay. And we're going to close that out. Then we're going to go back to our main folder. We're going to go to my hubs folder. We're going to go to where I uploaded my hubs to, which is here to the hubs folder. I have those 2 hubs. I'm going to pull those other over. I'm going to upload those to there. I'm just going to drag and drop them into there. Again, I'm not going to do mine again this time. But drag and drop them there and go upload. Take a little bit of time, but those should go relatively quick. So now those are some of the parts we're going to end up using here. So now, for those parts, what we're going to do next. So we're going to go ahead and jump to here, and we're going to go ahead and finish this out a little bit more. The first thing to do is the shaft. The shaft will slide back and forth in here. It will move back and forth. We want to keep it from moving back and forth. The bearings don't actually hold it in place from sliding in and out. It's not going to keep it in there. What we've got to do is we've got to put something on here called shaft collars. So the shaft collars are going to go here on each side of this to hold it into place, at least on this axle. The shaft collars, there was an issue with those step files on the website, so we couldn't get them from there. So I'm going to show you a new way of doing this. This is something important that you need to know how to do next year. You need to know how to add different parts into there. So to do that, we're going to go up to Insert at the top, and we're going to insert from McMaster-Carr, a McMaster-Carr component. So you click on that, and it takes you directly to this website called McMaster-Carr. This is one we use a lot in the Engineering Academy. So knowing how to do this is going to really benefit you for combat robotics, Electrothon, FTC, all those different things you're going to do. So here, we're just going to come to this website. It's an amazing website. We're going to go there and we're going to search for shaft collar. Shaft collar, and there it comes up, shaft collars. On that shaft collar, we're going to go ahead and click just here on this. Let's see. I think I want this style of shaft collar. Let me see. And scroll down here a little bit. 2-piece, don't want a 2-piece. Don't know if I want a metric. Now I had a shaft color found before. Now I'm not seeing the one that I want. Let me go back here. Shaft colors back to our main. I don't know why my window is so small here. I'd like that to be larger. Let me go back to this one. There we go. All right. we're going to click on that main shaft color there at the beginning. So let me go back to the beginning here. I'm going to just click on this main one that says shaft colors. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I'm going to scroll down here in my list a little bit. D profile, that's the one I want. Has that shape of the shaft that I have. So we're going to click on the D profile. And right there, the first one there at the top is great. It's a 1/4 inch shaft that we have. So we're going to do our 1/4 inch shaft one there. And we're not going to add an order, but we're going to go to the CAD of it. And right there, we're going to download. What we want to download is we want to download the 3D step. So on this list here, we're going to go in there, make sure the 3D step is selected, and we're going to go download. It should automatically pull that right there into Fusion. I know that was a little bit of a process there, but I think you can work that through that, back up through the video if you need to. Works just the same. We're going to rotate this around to the correct orientation, 90 degrees just like that, and go OK. Now we're actually going to add that shaft color right into place onto that shaft. So I'm going to rotate this around in this direction. I'm going to go ahead and go joint, pick the center point of this end of the shaft color, and put it right over here. Oops. Oh, I can't see where I'm at now. Right there. There we go. Right there. And any one of these top surface circles will work to that center point right there. And go OK. Move that shaft color right into place beautifully. And it did bring it in with that screw into place. I like that. Sometimes that screw doesn't always move with it. So that screw did, and that's great. So we're going to put one shaft color on that side, holding that shaft into place. So that'll keep it from sliding out towards the left, but now we need to keep it sliding towards the right. So we're going to add a shaft color over here on the other side again. So I'm going to go back here to insert once again. Where did it bring me to? Let me try that again. Insert. There we go. I don't know what I clicked on the first time. Insert, McMaster-Carr component once again. And I don't like that. It brought me right back there to the beginning. Let's try to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to scroll down this list. We got that one shaft color in there. I'm going to right click on it. And I'm going to go copy. Let's see if I can just copy that. And then I'm going to right click again. And I'm going to go paste. And I think this will do it. It does. It brings it in there really nicely for me the exact same way. It put it in there at the right orientation even looks like. Let me drag it this way. Right about there is where it's going to go. I'm going to just go OK and place it right there. Now, obviously, this is not constrained into place. I still need to constrain it or mate it or join it, whatever I'm trying to say here. So we're going to go up here to Assemble, to my joint. Click on that circle there. And again, make it to any one of these top surface circles will work. And I think I'm just going to go right to there. And OK. And that's beautiful. That's got me that shaft color in. So now this axle will not move at all. It's locked into place. Okay. From there, let's go ahead and put in our next part. Our next part, we're actually going to put in one of these hubs. We're actually going to put in this hub first. So we're going to pull over the 545698. Pull it over and put it in. Again, it should place in right there. I'm going to rotate this around so the hole is going in the right orientation. So I'm going to grab this one, rotate it around there, 90 degrees. And I can pull it out a little bit so it's a little bit closer there and go OK. All right. And I wanted it facing in this direction. I didn't specify that before, but I want this flat portion of it here to be facing towards the outside. So once again here, we're going to go to mate this. I'm going to go to the center of this outside circle to there. And I'm going to go to the center of the shaft here. And it's going to mate that right into place, lined up with that end. Oh, I did not get something picked correctly. I'm going to have to cancel mine and try it again. Let me try that. Let's go mate again. Center point of the circle. All right, the dot's showing up on the center. There. And there, my dot showing up on the center there. Let's see if I did it better. There, I did it better that time. So there it's on there. Now, this is kind of a picky little thing, but it is an important thing. Notice how this flat spot of the collar does not line up with a flat spot on the shaft. We need to rotate that around. So let's rotate that. Looks like 90 degrees right there, makes that line up appropriately. So that's good there. And then we're going to slide this shaft in just a little bit. So I'm going to grab this arrow on the end and move it that way. Looks like that's going to minus 0.5. I think I'm going to go with a minus 0.75. Minus 0.75 and go okay. That looks really nice there. Let's make sure, yeah, that gave me a little gap there. I like that. I think that's going to look good. So there we go. That's in place. Oh, now this did do something a little bit differently. I mentioned it before on this other, it moved the screws with that. This one, it does not move the screws. We got to assemble those screws back in there. It causes us one extra step here. So we're going to go to mate. I'm going to rotate this underneath. Get the bottom surface of the screw. Again, any one of these circles works. So I'm going to just pick that one right there, the center point of it. And I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, rotate this around. And, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Let's see what this does. See if it spins it for me. Oh, it does. That's nice. We're going to go okay. So it spun it around there, so it's correct. We're going to go and mate again. We're going to pick this, one of these circles again on the surface. It picks the center point of it there. Click. I'm going to zoom out. Going to rotate it around. And it's going to go right down here on this flat spot again. Any one of these circles, this outside one or this one, just as long as you get that center point, click. Should spin that around and place it in there correctly. Okay. All right. That looks great. That's awesome. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place in a wheel. So we're going to go back here to my main folder. I'm going to scroll down to wheels. We're going to put in the 595410 assembly. I'm going to drag it in and put this wheel in. Now this wheel, I want to rotate this 90 degrees in this direction. It's the same on both sides, so it really doesn't matter which way you rotate it. So I'm going to rotate to there. I might pull it out here a little bit closer where it needs to be. Something about like that, and go okay. All right, so there's my wheel. Now I'm going to use mate, and I'm going to put this wheel in place. So I'm going to go mate. Or sorry, joint. I said mate. I'm going to do joint. I'm going to go to the center of that large hole right there. And I'm going to join that to this bottom surface. Not up here on the top surface. That's set down flat to here. So the bottom of this circle, the center point of it, click, and it moves it up there. Now you'll notice one thing that it does. I'm going to go okay. It only moved that center portion of the wheel. Kind of like that thing that separated the screws. Now we're going to have to put this into place. So to put that into place, again, we're going to go joint. Going to go this top surface of the circle right here, the center point of it. Notice my center point showing up down there below. And I'm going to put it to, again, either one of these two circles, the center point of that, right to there. Now the thing that you'll notice is, notice there's a little bit of gap here and it's flush on this side. We've got to offset it a little bit. So I'm going to go this direction just a little bit. Let's go minus 0.03. Let's see what that looks like. Hey, maybe a little bit too much, looks like. Maybe let's go minus 0.02. Let's try 0.02. There we go. I think that's close enough. It may not be perfect, but that gap and that gap's about the same. Close enough for us. We're going to go okay. So there, that is looking great. That wheel is now mated to there. A little bit of a gap in there. That is beautiful. Okay. I know that was a lot of little steps. There's about a minute left on the video. Go ahead and put in this other side just the same. Just a mirror image of this over here on the other side. It's going to be another free spinning wheel that goes over there. Next we'll work on our powered wheels. All right, so one little tidbit here I wanted to add. Just had a little bit of an issue with this one, and I want to show you a new cool little thing that a very wise person taught me. We won't say who that wise person is, Sean. So, or I said Sean. Well, I don't know why I said Sean anyway. So anyway, we're going to come up here. I'm going to mate this here. And oh, notice it's the wrong way. So when we mate this, there's a cool button here that I hadn't noticed before that's called flip. So you click it, it spins it around there the right way, and that's in there perfectly. Okay, that could have been handy on some of the other things we've done. So there you go. Okay, so here's this robot with the other wheel on, looking great. Couple little tiny tidbits to remember. Remember we rotated this collar so that flat spot lined up, and put that on there flush. Should look